Good morning, friends. Today start Salesforce Security intro questions. Very important questions. Start the questions. First questions. Explain sharing rules in the Salesforce. Sharing rules detects which records can be the share with other users in a specific role and within the certain times period. For example, a sales manager might need to the share leads that are not at close deals for the purpose of the reporting on the pipeline's activity, but want to be restrict those some leads from being the viewed by the underlying who may be trying to poach them away or take advantage of information about those these opportunity before they formally complete. Next questions. So how do you set up the sharing rules? Set up your the sharing rules thought Salesforce setup security controls sharing rules. You will have two options: allow or deny. Make sure you understand the difference between and allow the deny sharing rules if you are the going to adjust thing setting. Next questions. Explain permission set in the Salesforce. Permission set are a way to the establish default or one size fit all. Permission is a particularly useful for sales managers who need to get on of the same page when managing the access across their the teams members. You can create the group of users and assign them permission set that is aligned with your the company needs to sales manager permissions would then be the inherited by those assigned to the group unless they were the overridden in the individual's user account. Next questions: what is the difference between profile and permission set? Profiles are the meant to control that is the individual's user profiles. Permission set one the other hand have a wider the scope in the terms of what they can do for your the organization. You can set up all access permission set so that all users will be assigned it is by default unless they choose otherwise, or you cloud make one with some restrictions like no access must. Companies use profiles to restrictions access, restrict access and assign the permissions based on role. Next questions: what is authentications? Authentications is how Salesforce identify who is trying to the log into it needs this information because most people that don't want to just anything assigning their data that there should be the sum from of the security applied first. Authentications come into way either through the password or the social logins. Next questions: what are the Salesforce security levels? Salesforce provide the multiple level of the security for all users. Personal levels. This level has a last amount of permissions out of the three options. It is the best site suite for the staff member who have a limited interactions with customer on run report that not require any system modifications. Next questions: a limited level you will find this and options when the creating new users is in order to the limit their the capability on platform without fully removing them from it complete established account. These limitations are typically set up admin by cannot also customized by the owners themselves if they want to create individuals user file with the different ability. Adaptations level, this level is the most restrictive of all three. It is include the wide range of permission, including the unlimited access to the data and system Modification that can be the performed by the admin on behalf of other users in case where those where are unable to do then then slave converting leads records into the opportunity security labels and defined not just for the Salesforce but also for it is a app as well. Next questions. What are the different type of the profiles? There are five different type of the Salesforce profiles: public, anonymous, basic, customized. The public of profile is people who must people will use to the log in because it is a free and does not require any credentials. All you need to use the email address. Automation the profiles allow you in the organization to track who has a login into the account and without the knowing that is a permission email's full name but does not have access to the certain features like the certain the reports sharing data with of the other the users outside of the company. A basic the profiles allow the someone to log into the using the and emails with the customizing will feeds. They can say when logging into the first times. Next questions. What are the organization wide default? Organization wide default or the created on of the per organization the basic and intend to the apply to all users. This value will automatically appear in the drop down when you create new profiles. Default organization wide default language English. First day of the week Monday. Daylight the saving times of set no non-specified time zone of from GMT hours 1 times 1 minute 0 second and 14,400 minutes. Next questions. Excellent role and role hierarchy. Role is a list of the permissions that can be assigned to an individual profile. The permission set define what the users may or may not say in the application. How to they retract with the data and other the features. Role hierarchy that determine which role is available for the assignment to profile by listing them from the highest level super users down thought lower levels standard users. If you are not would be like no advertising Salesforce account and holders to have access only and the standard users level, then you will need to the assign these roles as part of the activity for the hierarchy. Next questions. Best practice of the creating the contact sharing rules. Contact sharing rules should be the created and established level. The access of the granted by contact or grouping the contacts to one and others. The following the questions will be help you to create the appropriate contact sharing rules. What is the distract desire sharing beware? Who would like the permission for view and reading data about this contract? How much information to do they needs? The most common type of the sharing rules allow the users read only access when the working with individuals. Individuals records will fully view permissions are applied one of the records in the list layout. You can also the set of the rules that is allow you to look up the fields written the more than just and adding members such as the full name from the account object to show up the related list. So it is a desire, sales, false, administration, and or the related records. Next questions: can we use sharing rules to the restrict data access? Yes, you can. A topical the scenario is when a account execute need to the share data from their one of the records when they are the managers, so they don't need to the keep emailing on messaging the Salesforce invitation for into all of day long. Next questions: how do we grant privilege? You might want to the restrict some of the workflow and report from the being the since other outsides your the company especially If that is include the competitors in this case, sharing rules would be the set of the down shares. You may be also want to the limit access to the certain list on the orders, them not show in the related list and layout. There is are just two example, but there are many more sensor the where the restrict data access come into the play. Next questions, explain the governor limits. Governor limits are the Salesforce administration way to the limiting what users can do in the organization in the additions to giving you are more control over the over even the security. They also free up system resource for when you are the company data grow and the become even more important. Next question, it is a possible to the bypass grant login access using the hierarchy in the case of the standard object. Yes, you can now change the permissions so that is user is not the granted access to the object just because of the access level on of the another object. Next questions, what are the some benefit of the using the single sign of the SSO. A single on is a topical user use used by the organization, so that is the employee don't need separate the password for the every program, but only one password within the which of the log into the any of the program. SSO also the allow the organization to keep track of the who has a login in and what they have turn off the other system. It is can be the great way to for the companies to the reduce humans errors such as forgetting the password and making the mistake when you are typing. Then out of the when employees have 100 out of accounts that is require separate logging the traditionals. Next questions, what are the some concerns about the single sign SSO? There are two main the things concern people, the privacy and security. It is important for the organization using the SSO is encrypting all data traffic between the devices so that not only is information sent over channels, but hackers will be have a difficulty breaking the thought of the in, encryptions if they manage to the access your the password database because they want just with a single password to try. Thank you, friends. Very important questions interview. So please share and like and subscribe my YouTube channels. Thank you, friends. Bye bye. Take care.